that you can take. We have some online automatic emails that Dr. A will email you as well that are based on these materials. Now here's the video series. If you'd like to sit and watch and be fed that way from your education, you can also watch videos. They're wonderful. The whole system's incredible. And I think this is the magic sauce, your health coach. It's pretty incredible. If you guys think about when you go to work out, you know, if you're going by yourself versus going with someone else, how much more likely are you to go to the gym? Okay, so the other question was, are you going to work harder if you're with a buddy?
I do.
Yeah, of course. So the cool thing is you've got somebody, 90% of the time who's already gone through the program first, before you, so they know that the path ahead and that you can do this because they've experienced it themselves. And they are familiar with the materials and the content, so they'll coach you and hold you accountable. And we ask questions. We're not tellers in this company. Well, I mean, I'm a recovering teller. I'm learning how to be a real-life coach, somebody who asks you questions and really wants to know what you want instead of trying to get you to do what I want you to do. So we're also all about mental health, helping people shift the way their relationship is with food, how they have a relationship with themselves, and how they communicate with the outside world. So having a health coach is pretty powerful. And I think it would be amazing if everybody in the country had their own personal health coach. And the other thing is, how much is a health coach? Do you guys know how much we charge for coaching? Anybody? What's the cost of having a health coach? Free.
It's free for Take Shape.
Free? On Take Shape for Life? You get a free health coach. As long as you're on the program, and even, you know, I've got people who come and go, I still stay in touch with them. I'm in their life. I want them to have success, and we stay connected. We're sticky. Health coaching and holding someone accountable, you can be sticky. The additional support you have is incredible. So we've got a corporate office. I talked about the 5-in-1 plan. I talked about the Habits of Health system, the virtual clinic. How many people have been on the doctors or nurses calls that we offer once a week? Anyone want to comment on those? What do you think? Is it pretty effective to have the ability to call up and ask questions to a doctor live? We have a nurses call as well, and the Optimal Health Habits of Health call, where it teaches you about the long term. And people who are on that call have lost over 100 pounds usually, and they've kept it off for years, 3 years or more. Yeah, we have standards. It's nice. And the number one way to keep your weight off is to become a health coach. So they'll put a coach on there who teaches habits of health. And then we've got the Be Slim Club and the virtual clinic I talked about. And the Be Slim Club, some of you are on the Be Slim Club. What our company did, there are 85% of people who lose weight gain it all back within 2 years. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
So a lot of companies would study those people who gained it all back. What I love about Take Shape for Life is we studied the 15% of people that kept it off, and we found out what they did. And the Be Slim acronym is for breakfast every day, exercise, support, low-fat meals. I think it's 5 to 6 times a day. It says low-fat meals 5 to 6 times a day. An individual plan. For those of you who have kids, if you think about when your kids were little, did you know what they were going to have? Sometimes all for the whole week. What happens to mamas? How many people know what they're having? So having an individual plan is powerful. And then the measuring. You can't manage what you don't measure. And I remember when Greg weighed himself and you were 235 pounds, it was a shock to you because you hadn't weighed yourself in so long. So helping people recognize that it's necessary for you to track your physical results by either weighing or finding a pair of pants. That is how people kept it off. That's an awesome, the Be Slim Club is amazing. My TSFL, if you like to track things online, it's a free website where you can go on and track your results. I even teach doctors and health professionals about that free site. Whether or not they put their patients on this program, I think it's a fantastic system that they can add to educate their patients.
Or on your iPhone.
And the Habits of Health system too. Oh, they have an app too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got the app. And then the home office, you can dial a 1-800 number. You get a hold of somebody right away. If you can't get a hold of your health coach, you've got backup support. So we got it all. So we've also got the Reaching a Healthy Weight and the journey to get there. Have you all heard you're supposed to eat every 3 hours? So who can I ask to come up and be my guinea pig? I'm taking you through a day in the life on the program. Would anyone like to volunteer? Okay, great, everybody. Come on down. Thank you. So on our program, we recommend you have 5 MetaFast meals and 1 lean green meal a day, and you eat every 2 to 3 hours. What I'd like to do, and I'm talking Rachel Miller is going to go through with me, and you're on the program, you said you lost 60 pounds, and you're going to tell your story in a few minutes. What I'd like to ask everyone in the room to do is think about your own personal schedule. Because we're going to start with the question, what time do you wake up in the morning?
About 8:30.
So Rachel wakes up at 8:30 in the morning. To be on the Take Shape for Life plan, we would like you to break your fast by 9 a.m. What did Mom always say the most important meal of the day is? Breakfast. So let's break up the word. I'm going to break your fast. If you're fasting while you sleep, we would like you to get your first meal in within the first 30 minutes of waking. And that would be one of our meals. So can you tell us what's your favorite meal?
Every morning is a peanut butter crunch bar.
Okay, I like to do an oatmeal. Everybody has their own thing. We have 70 plus products available. So 9 a.m. is your first meal. 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 12 o'clock is your next meal. What do you usually have?
Lately, it's the garlic mashed potatoes.
The garlic mashed potatoes are really good. So if you don't have time to sit and make the garlic mashed potatoes, if you're working or at work, you can switch around the bar for the mashed potatoes. But that's awesome. I love the mashed potatoes too. We also have tons of soups.
Yeah, I like the vegetable soup as well, but right now it's mashed potatoes.
And it's hot out here, so if you wanted a protein iced tea, you could do that too. So 12 o'clock, when's her next meal?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. What's your next meal?
Usually a hot cocoa or some kind of drink, a shake, or
Excellent.
just depends on the day.
You
So
describe
like,
whatever you're looking
yeah.
for. It's nice to
Yeah.
have something convenient that
Yeah.
you can make in, how long does it usually take you to make a meal?
the longest one takes 4 minutes. So
What's the quickest one?
the bars. There you go.
Awesome. Okay, so we're at 3 o'clock. Your next meal comes at
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
5:45, 6 o'clock, and that's our family meal.
5, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
The key is to have it by 6 o'clock. I eat every 2 hours because I'm hypoglycemic, so.
Yeah, that's usually our lean and green, because we do that as a family. We have everybody eat together. Tonight, they're on their own, so I don't know what they're eating. But the other night, we had like taco night, so we would have lean turkey, ground turkey, and then we do it as a salad, lettuce, tomatoes, spinach, whatever.
And what about the,
Protein style
you won't
tacos.
have the starch, you won't have the tortillas or anything, but they could have it, right?
The kids do.
Yeah.
I actually buy the tortilla shells for the kids, and they load theirs up with whatever they want on theirs, and we just have ours in a bowl as a salad.
Perfect.
Where's your whole family's gotten healthy because you're...
They have my son, last year when he went to the doctor, his cholesterol, he's 15. His cholesterol was 229, and she said it was supposed to be under 170. We just went to the doctor and he had all his tests done again, it's 138. So it's September. So, and that's not him on the plan, that's just
Eating healthier.
eating because we dropped the Pop-Tarts in the house and all the...
Because who teaches us our habits? Where did we learn how to eat? It's through our home. So congratulations. What a blessing for your whole family. So just to go back to what she shared, let me grab this really quick. In this green folder, you're going to see there's a booklet that comes with it. And this is where it outlines exactly what you get to have for your lean and green. We call it lean and green. Just in case anybody doesn't know, I hope you get familiar with that terminology because your lean and green is very important. So it's protein, about 7 ounces of lean protein, and 2 cups of green vegetables is what they recommend. So you just cut off the starches and you got your meal. And your health coach will review it with you, but we have a ton of recipes too. Have you tried those recipes?
Yeah.
Really good. It's really good ones. Okay, so we're at 6 o'clock. You just had dinner with your family? When did you sit down?
We usually go about 8, because usually the night time's when I get hungry. So
Okay.
about 8 o'clock, usually I just grab a bar at that one, or maybe some chips. Sometimes if I'm craving, like the kids are
What do you
munching
mean
on
by
stuff.
chips? Let's get clarity first.
The barbecue,
The barbecue
the
chips.
barbecue bites, or the
Yes.
cheese pizza bites, or
Beautiful.
I really like the Parmesan puffs. My
Yes.
husband doesn't like those, but
Yeah, everybody likes different things. But you have something that you can grab that's simple, that's 100 calories, that's low glycemic, that you're gonna keep your metabolism going, and you can munch on it while you watch TV, right?
right.
Very cool. So that's at 8 o'clock. Now, when do you go to bed?
We usually go to bed about 11:30, so we try to have our last snack at 11.
Oh, cool. What's your last snack?
It's always, my husband says it's dessert time. So it's usually a shake, or he usually likes a shake. I'll sometimes have a brownie or...
The brownies are my favorite. Anybody else?
Yeah.
How about their chocolate chip cookies and the blueberry muffins? Those are
I could never take those, but I like
I like the baked stuff. So yeah, I get into that too because I like sweets.
But his favorite are the shakes, so I always make him a shake, and then I'll pick whatever. But it's dessert meal.
Very cool. How many people have heard you're not supposed to eat after 6 o'clock at night? So we're breaking that. Is that a truth? To lose weight and get healthy, do you need to stop eating before?
No.
So the key Greg wanted me to remind everyone is it's not necessarily about the 5 in 1, it's about eating every 2 to 3 hours until you go to bed at night. And I always like to say, if you get hungry, munch all you want, we'll make more. So you can eat until you go to bed at night. You're at about 1,000 calories a day.
I've done before where we've been up really, really late and we'll add in another meal. You know, if we're up until 1 or 2 in the morning and I'm hungry, I'm like, I'm getting another snack. My husband's like, grab me something too, you know?
Good.
And then there's certain times of the month when I need a little more chocolate or maybe a little more snacks. There you go. So the good news is we can have what we need, and it gives us the fortified vitamins, the fiber, the protein, and you feel full, and you're still getting healthy. It's magic. Thank you. Let's give her a round of applause.
Good job.
So that's the schedule, and the next question I would ask is, does that sound like something you could follow? If we provide you with most of those meals, and you're only responsible to make 1 protein and vegetable meal a day, does that sound like something you could do?
Yeah.
Is that the most simple program out there? And Greg will tell his story because when he first started doing Take Shape for Life, they told him, you need to have 6 meals, and he's like, well, I have to quit my job. How am I going to make 6 meals a day? It's a lot of work, right? Who would disagree? Even cleaning up the dishes after we make the fast is work. So this is our claim to fame. You lose 2 to 5 pounds a week, and then for the first 2 weeks, and then 1 to 2 pounds every week thereafter. And results are not typical, and results vary. So generally, different people will lose their weight in a different rate. What I like to say is your body's trying to get back into balance, and you lose weight in direct proportion to how out of balance you are, really. And everyone's going to be different. So you'll notice, and your coach will work with you, and they've had an experience, so they can talk to you about how that works. So this is the goal. This is what we were just sharing, how the process works. Low glycemic meal replacement. Break your fast first thing in the morning. 2 or 3 hours later if you're hypoglycemic like me, or if you have a really stressful lifestyle with how many kids on average are out here? You guys are doing so much work. 4, 5. I mean, a lot of times you don't realize how much stress you're under. So if you feel like you need more food, you can have more meals. So every 2 to 3 hours until you go to bed, and 1 protein and vegetable meal, and then you are on the new health path to optimal health. So we're going to bring Rachel
Right back up.
Come on down.